Yeah. What's good with y'all, man? It's your boy Tick, aka Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan Game, and I'm on that classic OG Call of Duty, well, see, Night of Offensive expansion pack to the OG Call of Duty, which I believe is the best Call of Duty ever with the expansion pack. I mean, not just the regular Call of Duty, which still is better than the recent ones, but Night of Offensive is by far the best Call of Duty that's ever come out. In my opinion, it's the most balanced and most realistic out of all of them. Other than 3 would be runner-up to it, but this one is definitely the best one. But anyway, man, I got a funny little story to tell y'all, man. I should use a little instrumental everybody used to use back in the time. Oh, everybody's story time. But anyway, I used to straight think they were saying story time, but it didn't make any sense why they would say that. And then I actually found out it was starry-eyed, but whatever. But this is a funny story, bruh. But first, before I get that story started, I want you guys to check out the part 3 of the podcast. If you haven't seen it, it was a good show. I got duked on right there. He just shot me one time in the head and I died. That's why this game was great. But it was a funny podcast. We probably went in a little too much on Nintendo, but you know, we just keep it real. That's what we do. And I told Modern Wonder his subs probably hate me, son, because you can heal your teammates. That's hard. That's a cool mod. But I told him his subs probably hate me because what'd I say? Because I'm the Charlemagne the God of the podcast, man. I just be calling people out and stuff like that. But I don't say names because if someone doesn't say my name in their video, I'm not saying any names on anyone else's video or videos I'm in because they're not getting free advertisement. So kill that. But anyway, man, duked on. Let's get this story started, man. Okay, so this is how I went. I was chilling with my homeboy Phil in the house or whatever. It was a Friday night. So we never really go to the club on Fridays. Like, we used to go to this club called TB's on Perrin Parkway every Saturday. This is a club where my homeboy got killed, who was a bouncer. Remember I did that video last year about my homeboy getting murdered at the club. This is that club. So we used to go there like every Saturday because that was the club my brother went to. It wasn't far away. It was just down the street from me. And I used to get in for free. You get in there at a certain time, you stay in there, it's free. You don't have to pay. Plus I knew everybody in that sucker, so if anything went down with me, I had homeboys that backed me up. Like the whole club knew me, and they would jump on whoever jumped on me. So I always went there. So my homeboy was like, yo, I'm trying to hang out tonight. My homeboy Drew, and we barely hang out with Drew. We barely like ever saw Drew because like he was mostly a person that stuck to himself. And then he always had work and school to go to, so we barely saw him. So he hit us up. He like, man, I'm trying to go out tonight. Are you guys trying to go out? We like, yeah. And we was like, you trying to go to TV's? He was like, nah, because he been to TV's. He didn't really like it. It was too wild for him. So he was like, nah, I'm not really feeling TV's. We should go to this place I go to called Edith's Lounge. And I'm like, Edith's Lounge? I had no idea what Edith's Lounge was. So I'm like, Edith's Lounge? What is that? And he was like, it's a little bar and lounge and it's a club too, just like TV's. And I was like, oh, okay, but you got paid to get in there. He was like, yeah, but it's only $10. So I was like, okay, all right, I'll pay $10. I mean, since it's you, we haven't chilled with you in a while, so I say we should go with him. So my homeboy Phil and me were like, okay, we'll be out there. So he was like, all right, I'll be down there to pick y'all up in a few minutes. So my homeboy Phil went home so he can get dressed in his club clothes. I got cleaned up and dressed up in my club clothes or whatever. So my homeboy Drew finally comes to pick us up. We get in the car and we head down to Edith's Lounge. Now, we get to Edith's Lounge or whatever, and I see the club. It's a pretty cool looking club. Only thing that was crazy about it is a club next to it called Club Hippo, which was a fruitcake club, but it's called the Hippo Pole Hippo. I don't know. There's a pole there and there's a hippo on it. It's kind of fruity. The Blue Hippo. I think that's what it's called. So we get there and we get inside the line or whatever. So my homeboy Drew, he passed. They said he could get in. My homeboy Phil passed. He can get in. They got the media. It was like, yo, he can't get in. I'm like, yo, what you mean I can't get in? What's wrong with what I have on? He's like, yo, you got cargo shorts on. You can't get in with cargo shorts. I'm like, yo, like, what? That's stupid. And he's like, yo, that's the rules. You can't get in with cargo shorts. So my homeboy was like, yo, I never heard of that, yo. And I've been coming here for a while. He was like, yo, that's the rule, son. It's been a rule for the longest, yo. You can't get in with cargo shorts. So I'm like, yo, forget Bourbon. I was like, forget Edith's Lounge. Let's head down to Bourbon Street, son. So he was like, my other homeboy was like, yeah, yo, let's just go to Bourbon Street, yo. It's right down the street. Right down the street. And Bourbon Street at that time was hot. This was like, I think this happened about 3 years ago, or 3 or 4 years ago. Bourbon Street was kind of hot around that time. So it was like a new club or something. So we was like, okay, bet. Let's go down to Bourbon Street. So we head down Bourbon Street or whatever. And the first thing I noticed is we parked next to this van. And there was like a group of females sitting out this van. And then as I took a closer look, I noticed that those females they were tall, had broad shoulders, and were lanky. And I was like, wait a minute. Whoa, those ain't females, yo. They some fruitcakes. I was like, yo, that's mad homo, son. Yo, it's a whole bunch of fruitcakes next to us, son. And I was like, I hope they're not going to Bourbon Street, yo, because if they're going to Bourbon Street, I ain't going, son. I'll tell you that right now, we might as well go to the Docks. And the Docks is, the real name is called the Paradox. The Docks is like the most ratchet club you can go to in Baltimore. Like, it's just fights galore that happen in there. So I was like, man, we might as well go ahead and go to the Docks then, because I ain't even trying to go in if there's a whole bunch of them in there. Come to find out they weren't going there. They were just chilling next to the car or whatever. So we was like, okay, cool. They must be going to some other club. So we get down to the line of Bourbon Street. I passed to be able to get in. My dude Drew passed to be able to get in. But my boy Phil, he told my boy Phil he couldn't get in. He like, huh? Why couldn't he get in? He like, cuz he got a black tee on. My homeboy Phil had a black tee on with a big old chain and some jeans. And he wasn't allowed to get in because he had a black tee on. I guess it's because of some gang affiliation. It might be some Folk Nation or something like that. They must have thought that if you wear black, you with them, so they wouldn't allow it. So we like, come on, son, that's stupid, bro. And he's like, yeah, you can't wear a black tee. So we like, hey, we can't go nowhere. So my homeboy Andrew was like, you know what, I got a pair of pants that you can put on, yo, so we can go back to Eden's Lounge, yo. I'm gonna go take you back to the crib, and we're gonna try to find you a pair of pants so we can get in. So went back to his house. He found me some blue jeans or whatever, put them on, and then we was like, all right, let's go back to Eden's Lounge. So we go back to Eden's Lounge. We all passed. We all are able to get in. So we get to the door, and they like, all right, that's going to be $15. We're like, $15? Mind you, we only had $10 with us. We like, yo, we thought it was $10. It's normally always $10. He was like, nah, tonight it's $10 for females and $15 for dudes. And we like, come on, son. Just like this dude cutting grass outside, yo. Come on, that's stupid. But yeah, he was like, it's gonna be $15 for y'all. And I can understand. I mean, if you want to get the females in the club, you got to make it less for them. You don't want it to be a sausage fest in there. So I can understand. But that still was gay though, because we only had $10. So we like, man, yo, we ain't gonna never be able to go to no party today, yo, no club. So my homeboy was like, you know what? We parked at the Five Seasons. And that's where we parked at when we went to Bourbon Street. We parked at next to Five Seasons, another club. And we was like, yeah, we parked next to there, so we might as well just go to the Five Seasons. So we like, all right, bet, let's go to Five Seasons. So we go all the way out, back out to Five Seasons or whatever. And the first thing I noticed come out the door was this dude arguing on the phone with some other guy, I guess. And he was just on some real hood shit. He was like, yo, you need to give me this, motherfucker. Yo, like, why you ain't do this for me, son? Like, that's, yo, nah. You know, talking like a hood dude, just yelling on the phone. But the first thing I noticed was he had a pair of pink skinnies on. And I just thought that was weird. I was like, yo, that's kind of suspect looking. Why would you wear some pink skinnies? Let alone skinny jeans alone, but then you gonna wear pink ones? Like, come on, so that's real fruity, son. Like, why would you do that? But I didn't think nothing of it because he was mad hood sounding. So I was like, yeah, I don't know, man. He just might try and stand out to people or something. I don't know. So we get to the club door, and the bouncer looking at us crazy. And my homeboy Phil was like, yo, what, yo? And he was like, oh, nothing. He was like, oh, you looking at us like we crazy. He was like, how much do it cost to get in? He was like, it's $10. And he was like, okay, so are we good to get in? He was like, yeah, you guys can get in. Yo, I just didn't think y'all want to come out this night. And he was like, why? What you mean? And he was like, cuz tonight, gay night. Soon as he said that, my homeboy eyes lit up, and I heard it, and I just walked out the door like, hey, yo! And just walked out the door. My other homeboy, Drew, he just started laughing like, and just walked out the door with me. Yo, that night was so funny, son. And I was like, oh, yo, whole time it's fruitcake night, though. And then this little dyke came out there. She was like, yo. Like, she was, like, drunk out of mind. She came out there. She was like, yo, I saw y'all when y'all came in the door, short. And I was going to tell y'all, like, yo, I don't think this y'all kind of night, though, short. Because I could tell y'all was straight, yo. And I could tell, yo. And I was like, yo, y'all might not, want to come in tonight. Because I know y'all want to see some bitches and all that. But, yo, this ain't y'all night, short. And we was like, yeah, you right, son. So, we out of here. So, the end of the day, we didn't get to go to any club or anything. We called it quits on that one because that was definitely the coup de grace. So we was like, yo, we done for the night. We was going to go in the house and chill. So we ended up not clubbing and all that night. It was just an all-around fail. And that's going to be the end of this story. I know it was a long combo, but I had to tell the whole story, son. So, of course, it's going to be long. I couldn't really cut it short. But anyway, this is your boy Tick, a.k.a. Game Fanatic, the Michael Jordan of Gaming. Like, subscribe, and tell me, have you ever had a night like that before in the comment section when nothing just went right? This is your boy Tick, and I'm out of here. I'm gone. Bye!
A few more streets and we'll be through. Fangtown, North MP, Park Heights, RNG, White Lock, Cherry Hill, North Long and Doleville, Murphy, Holmes, E.